March is not just the beginning of spring. It is the single most powerful planting window of the entire year. Miss it, and your front yard spends the next 4 months trying to catch up. Use it wisely, and your perennials will be rooted, settled, and blooming beautifully before summer heat even arrives. And the best part? Every plant on this list is built for real gardeners, people who want outstanding curve appeal without spending every weekend on their knees in the dirt. To help you build a front yard that makes your neighbors stop and stare without turning gardening into a second job. If that sounds like your kind of gardening, do yourself a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and drop a comment below telling me which plant you are most excited about. The Golden Age gardening community is growing fast, and your voice belongs in it. Now, let us talk about why March is so special. When soil temperatures rise above 40 degrees Fahrenheit, perennial root systems begin active growth. Planting now means roots are already spreading and anchoring before summer stress arrives. By late spring, these plants will look like they have been growing in your beds for 2 full seasons. That is the secret most gardeners do not know. Perennials planted in early spring almost always outperform ones planted in summer because they have time to build strong foundations underground before putting energy into flowers. Every plant featured here thrives in full sun, handles lean or average soil, bounces back from drought, and requires almost zero ongoing care once established. Here are 7 easiest perennials for your front yard this March.
Easiest perennial number 1. Catmint Cat's Pajamas. Catmint Cat's Pajamas is the kind of plant that makes experienced gardeners smile because it performs exactly as promised, every single time. This compact mounding perennial produces a dense cloud of silvery green foliage, topped with wave after wave of lavender blue flowers. Unlike older, looser catmint varieties that bloom mainly at the tips, Cat's Pajamas blooms from the base of the stem all the way to the top. The result is a fuller, more polished look that suits the tidy, refined appearance most front yards require. What separates this plant from many other border perennials is its genuine toughness. It thrives in reflected heat, handles poor rocky soil without complaint, and once established, rarely asks for supplemental watering. This is especially valuable in front yard foundation beds, where soil near the house tends to be drier and warmer than the rest of the garden. Catmint is also naturally unappetizing to deer and rabbits, making it one of the most dependable choices for exposed, street-facing beds. Hardiness zones 3 through 8 make this plant accessible to the vast majority of gardeners across North America. Mature size reaches just 12 to 14 inches tall, which means it sits beautifully at the very front of a border without blocking anything behind it. Pair it with ornamental grasses, roses, or bold, upright perennials for contrast, and you have a combination that carries visual interest from late spring all the way through early autumn. After the first flush of blooms, simply cut the plant back by about 1/3. Within a few weeks, it pushes out an entirely fresh round of flowers. That is a 2-season performer in a single plant. Easiest perennial number 2. Salvia Violet Riot. Few plants command attention in a sunny front yard border quite like Salvia Violet Riot. Its deep, vivid purple flower spikes rise sharply above clean green foliage, creating the kind of vertical drama that adds immediate energy to any planting scheme. When planted in March, it channels all of its early growth energy into building a sturdy root system, which means by the time warm weather arrives, the flower spikes are strong, upright, and self-supporting. Salvia belongs to the sage family, and that heritage gives it remarkable heat tolerance and low water needs. The stems of Violet Riot rarely flop, which is a common frustration with less robust salvia varieties. A light trim after the first flowering period encourages a second and sometimes a third flush of blooms, extending the show well into late summer. Bees and butterflies are intensely attracted to the flower spikes, making this an excellent choice for anyone wanting to build a pollinator-friendly front yard. From a design perspective, this salvia works best placed in the middle tier of a border, where its vertical spikes can rise above compact edging plants. Combine it with lower catmint at the front and taller ornamental grasses at the back, and the layering feels natural and intentional, without requiring a landscape degree to pull off. The rich purple also pairs beautifully with soft pinks, creamy whites, and deep burgundy foliage. If the front of your house has ever looked flat or two-dimensional, this is the plant that solves that problem.
Easiest perennial number 3. Sedum Back in Black.
Sedum Back in Black brings something to the front yard that most flowering perennials simply cannot: structural drama through foliage alone. The leaves of this cultivar are an extraordinary deep purple, almost black, and they hold that intense color from early spring all the way through late summer. Even before a single flower opens, this plant makes a statement. The blooms, when they arrive in late summer, are clusters of rosy pink flowers that sit directly on top of the dark foliage. The contrast is striking, the kind of color combination that looks intentional and sophisticated. In terms of care, sedum is one of the least demanding perennials in the entire plant world. It thrives in lean, fast-draining soil, tolerates drought extremely well, and actually performs worse when overwatered or over-fertilized. Less is genuinely more with this plant. Sedum is cold-hardy from zones 3 through 9, making it one of the most broadly adaptable perennials available. Its succulent-like leaves store moisture internally, which is why it handles long dry spells without wilting or losing color. Pollinators are strongly attracted to the late-season flowers, which is a bonus when most other perennials have already wound down. Plant Back in Black toward the middle of a sunny border, where the dark foliage creates contrast against lighter green or silver plants. Paired with airy textures like catmint or Russian sage, it becomes an anchor that grounds the entire composition and gives the border a modern, curated look. If you are finding this list genuinely useful, share this video with a gardening friend who could use a head start this spring. That kind of support keeps Golden Age gardening growing. Easiest perennial number 4, Agustachia Royal Raspberry. Agustachia Royal Raspberry is what happens when beauty and resilience meet in the same plant. Its tall, upright spikes carry dense clusters of raspberry pink flowers above aromatic, mint-scented foliage that stays attractive even on the hottest August afternoons. The aromatic quality of the leaves is significant. It is that fragrance that makes deer and most browsing animals give this plant a wide pass. This plant is a member of the hyssop family, and its native origins in the American West give it exceptional drought tolerance. Once established in March, it will draw very little supplemental water through even a dry summer. Hummingbirds find the flower spikes irresistible, and bees and butterflies visit constantly, making Royal Raspberry one of the most wildlife-friendly choices on this entire list. An important practical note: Agustachia needs excellent drainage. If your front yard beds stay wet after heavy rain, amend the soil with coarse grit or plant it in a raised border. In well-drained conditions, it is nearly indestructible. It thrives in hardiness zones 5 through 9 and reaches heights of 18 to 24 inches, making it ideal for the middle tier of a layered planting. The soft, feathery appearance of the flower spikes creates a beautiful contrast against bold-leaved sedums and structured ornamental grasses. This is a plant that looks expensive and hard to grow, but is neither of those things.
Easiest perennial number 5, Dianthus, Paint the Town Magenta. The front edge of a border is where first impressions are made, and Dianthus, Paint the Town Magenta is one of the strongest performers available for that critical spot. Its vivid magenta flowers bloom in dense clusters above a tight, compact mound of blue-green foliage. The color is bold without being harsh, and the neat, restrained growth habit keeps the border looking clean and well-managed. What makes this cultivar especially useful is the semi-evergreen nature of its foliage. Even when it is not in full bloom, the blue-green mound maintains its attractive appearance and holds the front edge of the border with visual substance. Dianthus, planted in March, establishes through the cool spring weeks, then shifts into full flowering mode as temperatures rise, producing its strongest bloom display right when the rest of the front yard is waking up. Dianthus prefers slightly alkaline, well-drained soil and full sun. It is cold-hardy through zones 3 to 9 and rarely needs deadheading to continue producing flowers, though removing spent blooms can extend the display. Deer generally find the spicy fragrance of Dianthus unappealing, and established plants handle heat and dry spells without drama. This is a plant that creates a clean, welcoming, finished look along walkways and bed edges, exactly the kind of polished detail that elevates a front yard from ordinary to genuinely impressive. Easiest perennial number 6, Allium Bobblehead. There is no other perennial quite like Allium Bobblehead. Its perfectly round, lavender-purple flower heads sit atop slender, upright stems, creating a floating, almost playful quality in the border that draws the eye immediately. This architectural character is difficult to achieve with soft mounding perennials alone, and adding even a few plants of bobblehead gives the front yard depth and structure that feels both artistic and effortless. Alliums are ornamental onions, and that onion chemistry is exactly what makes them so easy to grow. Pests avoid the sulfur compounds in the foliage, deer and rabbits steer clear, and the plants themselves rarely suffer from disease. Once planted, they require almost no attention beyond occasional watering during establishment. They are cold-hardy from zones 4 through 9 and return reliably each spring without division for many years. The globe-shaped flowers of Bobblehead reach roughly 2 inches in diameter and sit at heights of 12 to 18 inches, placing them perfectly within the mid-border zone. As the flowers age through summer, they develop a papery sculptural seed head that maintains visual interest long after the petals have faded. Many gardeners leave the dried head standing for autumn for continued texture. Combine Bobblehead with Catmint, Salvia, and Sedum for a front yard planting that balances soft texture with striking architecture. The mix of round forms against vertical spikes and mounding foliage creates the kind of layered depth that professional landscape designers work hard to achieve.
Easiest perennial number 7, Amsonia Storm Cloud. Amsonia Storm Cloud is the most elegant perennial on this list, and perhaps the most underused. In spring, clusters of soft sky blue star-shaped flowers open above dark, glossy foliage and slender stems, creating a refined, almost delicate appearance that contrasts beautifully with bolder plants in the border. The blue tone is genuinely rare among perennials, and it cools and softens the visual temperature of the entire planting. As spring transitions to summer, the flowers fade and the plant builds into a full, rounded, bushy mound of dark green foliage that serves as a calm structural anchor for the rest of the border. This is important. Many perennials look thin and bare once their bloom cycle ends. Amsonia looks genuinely attractive at every stage of growth, which makes it exceptional value in a front yard where appearance matters year-round. Then comes autumn, and Amsonia delivers one final performance. The foliage transforms into a deep, brilliant golden yellow that rivals the fall color of many ornamental trees. When the rest of the garden is winding down in October, storm cloud is still turning heads. It is cold-hardy from zones 4 through 9, tolerates drought once established, and rarely needs division or significant pruning. Plant it toward the middle or back of a front yard border, where its graceful, bushy form can provide structure and scale. Combine it with lower edging plants like Dianthus at the front and upright salvias or Agastache behind it, and the result is a layered border with genuine four-season appeal. Before you head to the nursery, a few practical points worth knowing. March planting success depends heavily on soil preparation. Work an inch or 2 of compost into the top layer of the bed before planting. This is not about adding rich nutrients. These plants thrive in lean conditions. It is about improving drainage and giving roots an easy path to spread. Most low-maintenance perennials fail not from lack of water or fertilizer, but from poor drainage. Water newly planted perennials deeply once at planting, then again every few days for the first 2 to 3 weeks. After that initial establishment window, begin reducing water gradually. These plants need to find moisture on their own terms, and consistent hand watering can actually delay that process. Adding a 2-inch layer of mulch after planting conserves moisture, regulates soil temperature, and suppresses weeds throughout the season. Spacing matters more than most gardeners realize. Give each plant room to reach its mature spread. Overcrowded perennials compete for air circulation and light, which invites disease and reduces flowering. A border that looks slightly sparse in its first spring will look exactly right by its second summer. March planting is not simply about adding flowers to a bed. It is about building a front yard that works for you season after season with minimal ongoing effort. Every plant on this list was chosen because it earns its place through genuine toughness, multi-season appeal, and real low-maintenance performance, not just marketing language on a plant tag. The front of a home is the first thing the world sees. It does not take a large budget or endless weekends of labor to make it beautiful. It takes the right plants, placed well, given a strong start in the right season. If this video helped you think differently about your front yard this March, please give it a like. It genuinely helps this channel reach more gardeners who need this information. Share it with someone whose front yard could use a transformation this spring. And subscribe to Golden Age Gardening so you never miss a planting guide, design tip, or seasonal breakdown from William Scott. Drop a comment below and let the community know which of these 7 perennials is going into your front yard this March. The Golden Age Gardening community would love to hear from you.